everybody, and welcome to the channel.
Hello.
Ooh, hello, this is Hatter.
Hello. Welcome. Oh, are you giving me something? Is that?
Yes,
Is that...
I'm introducing Lord Hatter.
What is that character called, John? Is that the Squire Johnny?
Gestor.
Just Lord Hatter. I want, dude, John. We should bring back those like Shakespeare like rough things,
Dude,
like
yeah.
those circular things. Like
I've invested God bless. At this point, it's like $10,000 into some companies that make those things, just because I believe that they will have a comeback. So.
Yeah, but 10,000 to you is like that's like nothing. It's a mere bag of shells, you know. Yeah, we should try to bring back a fashion that is long gone, like not like just like how they bring back something from the 80s. Like let's go to the
1880s, baby.
1880. Yeah, there you go. Like let's bring back, like I still think we should wear like those white wig things, like like judges have.
Anything that's like, anything that was done to cover up the fact that like you are diseased or you have fleas and like skin problems. So like we'll do the white paint again, on our skin to cover up all the sores and stuff.
Oh yeah, they would do the white paint. Yeah, they'd have like that in the.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, yeah, that was creepy. That's a creepy. And the babies would have like white paint on them too, and just like when they. Oh man, what a time! What a time to be alive, John.
Time. I know. We're just in the wrong. We're living the wrong timeline.
John, I'm trying to think of like how you and I would review toys back in Victorian. Is that Victorian time? Like or not? No. What is Beethoven's time considered? Like Amadeus? Like what is that?
Like the Renaissance?
Yeah, like, I guess Renaissance. Is that technically Renaissance? Yeah. Can we review?
You were the art major that paid attention. I was the art major that had a terrible teacher that made me just like despise everything.
I mean, I did pay attention, but also working at Prince Plus,
right?
Also just made me familiar with all that art because it'd be like, yeah, it's just like, did you see on the news like somebody found Botticelli is who does that Birth of Venus, where she's covered up in that clamshell.
Right.
Someone on the news, they found a Botticelli in somebody's house, like which is like it's like finding like a Da Vinci painting, like and just they're just like somebody's house, and they gave them music. That person's just like a billionaire now.
Wow. Okay. Dang. A family heirloom, I suppose.
Yeah. Why can't I get
art heist gone right?
Yes, that's right.
I bought it at the flea market. I don't know.
Stupid old lady, give me your Botticelli. Welcome everybody. Let's go through the chat because the chat looks nice and normal today.
Yeah, and meaning we can see it.
Yeah, like we can see. Yeah, you people are not normal. It's just that we can see you now.
All right, let's talk about not normal.
Yeah, God knows. But that's what we love about you. Casper Coroner is right here. What's up, buddy? You got Fat Buttstiny. Fat Buttstiny. You got Fairwind. Reese, also, where the fuck are you, man? You know what? Never mind. I've been trying to reach Reese, and I noticed that I never sent the text.
Oh.
Oops. Oh, that's yeah, he's supposed to fly in today. Then you got
that's crazy. Huh? He's gonna fly down to you. How long is that drive for him? Like
no, it's crazy. He's so people don't know we have this Motuverse, Motuniverse, sorry.
Get it right.
Comic-Con tomorrow, and so I will be there. Show up. Some people have already asked me, are you going to be there? Yes, I will. He's going to like literally fly in and go right to that place.
What people don't know is, or what you don't know is that when people go, hey, you gonna be there? And you're like, yeah, and they're like and they go and they like cancel their ticket.
Ouch. They just canceled just because I'm
Yeah,
there.
like, I don't want to run into that guy.
Wow, that's just I. You can still go and just
Yeah,
avoid me. Like you
that's
don't have to
usually what I
cancel
say.
the whole
It's like
thing.
just go have a
Yeah,
fun time. Don't let somebody control what you do with your life.
yeah. That's what John does. John is going to go to Comic Con and avoid me, which is going to be awkward because I'm going to go into the living room. I'll be like, "Hey, John, should we leave?" And he's going to be like, just looking forward. And I'm like, "John, I'm. You can't avoid me in the house." Like, and what? Did somebody like he's got like his headphones. I'm like, John,
The
this
awkward
is
part is,
ridiculous.
like, I still converse with your wife and your mother-in-law endlessly.
What's even more awkward, John, is my mother-in-law won't be here this year, so I
That's what
don't
I
like
guess
that.
I'll
That's
FaceTime her,
super awkward.
WhatsApp or something.
You awkward. You converse with her spirits.
Whoa. Wait, she died?
No, no, she no. Sorry, oh, God forbid. I'm saying
Careful.
she from. It's like she astral
Oh,
projecting. You're
Spirit of
conversing
Splinter
with my
style. Well, I don't
mother-in-law.
have a Spirit of Splinter, so I would never know. That's like
Yes, yeah, exactly. Let's just do a few more things. Just Alan doing Alan things. You get I now Teak Nicole. I have to say his name in the wrong
okay.
way, like because we had a whole thing and he clarified his name, but I still feel it's fun to get his name wrong. So I'm going to be T3K
Okay.
Nicoller
And what do you
is
think
how I'm
it
going to
is
pronounce it.
that is correct?
Technicolor,
Technicolor?
Technicolor,
Technicolor.
Technicolor.
Yes.
But I don't
I
wanna
know,
say
but
that.
I
I
just
like
wanted to catch you and
tripping
you're
on it.
like, I do know how to say it, but I'll always say it wrong, wink."
John, you're a
I know.
jerk today. Shimakuma, Z rated. You got our buddy Toy Farce right
This
here.
guy's a this guy is a writer and he sold scripts.
I can't read. I've had somebody type up my
You when
scripts.
you see, like, a vanity plate, you must, like, shut down. It just looks like a normal plate.
I do. I do. I
Scrambled stuff.
This is how you know what my secret is Reese would write my scripts, but I would be in the back going, I'd be okay. So, he wakes up, he gets breakfast. Oh, and then the villain. We cut to the villain.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd be almost like visualizing, but he would write
I
the
get
scripts.
it. Okay.
Yeah. Fat Badinsky is here, and then many more. Okay, we got lots of people in the chat right here. I think Laser Pants said he's going to be there and stalk me. Laser Pants, you can stalk me all you want. Laser Pants will be working the Savage Crucible booth, and yesterday I said, "Hey, there's a one figure that I do want," and he was like, "I don't know if I can get it." Ryan, you can fucking get it. Okay, you're part of the booth. You take the figure, you put it aside, and then I show up and I get the
Yeah.
fucking. It's just making it like it's this big complicated thing. Casper Corner with the super chat $5. 10K to Jonathan is minor shekels.
Yes. Yeah. I just try to speak in a way that feels like I'm relatable. I'm
Yeah,
like
dude, John's got fucking
$10,000
money.
is a lot of money. That was that.
Yeah, John, it doesn't.
Which is why I rent an apartment because
Yeah, John
it
likes to
has
rent an apartment to seem
so
like
much money.
he's part of the Alter Clark is here. He likes to seem like he's part of the,
Mhm.
the not the bourgeois, the
Yeah,
proletariat.
yeah.
John, you're the working class.
And then
You know
you
what I mean?
arrive and you see this big gate and it says Apartment Manor, and it's like, "Oh, they just called it's an estate they called Apartment Manor," and it's this huge, like, Batman style Bruce Wayne place. He calls that his apartment? That bitch.
That's so fun. Oh wait, he clarified. He said, "I can get it. I don't know. I don't know if I want
Well,
to
that
get
makes
it
more
for that
sense.
makes more sense."
I assume it's
Um,
the, isn't it Savage Crucible that's doing the kind of, homage figure?
No, well, the one I want is that Elric figure, that knight in the black with the white hair, the pale one. Which because I BBTS is sold
Why
out.
isn't that same
Like it's he's probably their best
What
figure.
is
I
his
mean,
name?
at least Elric,
Elric of
the knight.
Melnibone?
Yeah,
It's a popular Google search. Oh,
Yeah,
right. Yes, 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 yes.
yeah, he's really
Yeah,
cool.
yes.
What did I want to say?
But that's
Dude, have you ever when you were growing up, you grew up in a house, right?
yeah. Those
Sorry, why are
words
you
are just
laughing?
weird, but I understand that that could mean you grew up in an apartment. Yes, yeah. Because I mean, it helps that back in West Virginia, things were more affordable back in the '80s, incredibly affordable. I got there was like a handwritten piece of paper inside of a VHS thing because like long story, the state had to buy our house because they like fucked up the hill it was on and it started collapsing. But the value of the price, the value of the price, the value of the
Yeah,
house was estimated to be at like 50 some thousand dollars. And it was a two-story, like, huge property, like, this is it was like, I don't understand. This is one of those things that probably would easily be $500,000 or more these days, but it was
wow.
valued in the
Yeah,
early '90s at, like, $50,000 or something, and I'm like, "Jesus, what the fuck?"
yeah. That's do you do your does your mom still own the
No, they
house?
had to buy it, and then they demolished it because the where they screwed
Oh,
everything up, the foundation, everything was, like, slipping. We had,
oh,
like,
okay.
a pool and a detached garage, like, workshop thing, and because the hill
Wait, you had a pool growing
yeah,
up?
and because the pool was or because the hill was slipping, the foundation underneath everything, even the pool started collapsing and, like, it was all just gonna go down that hill. Like, they
The whole thing is like it's like a sinkhole. Like,
so, like, we live on a hill, and then there was this road, like, way down here for this other like, other people's place, whatever. But the
yeah, the poor
state came
people.
in,
Those are-
and then they cut out the side of the mountain to make it wider, but then no matter what they did, it just started pulling all of the mountain down with it. So,
Oh wow.
eventually, it's like all of our property is here, and the hill just keeps going boop, 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 and then everything just
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so,
That's crazy,
yeah,
man.
it's
Um,
awful.
I didn't have a pool growing up though. No, you just reminded me when you were talking about the apartment because we lived in this really shitty apartment, but the apartment complex was called the Beverly Hills Club Apartments in Florida. Like and that's my favorite thing that because they do that a lot in like
Mhm.
LA is they'll call like the shitty apartments like very grandiose names. Like they'll be like, the Spanish
Right.
Villa or the, and it's like there's nothing close to it. The Beverly Hills Club apartment was a ratty place, and it's just like these tiny clustered apartments. And by the way, speaking
Yeah.
of LA still sucks,
It's
man. It's Hollywood is every time I go when I went to that Hollywood premiere. I don't know if you
oh, we lost him. We lost him. You hate being on the internet, and it shows. Your internet
I don't know. Am I
knows it.
back?
Yeah, your back is here. Yes.
Okay. Um, I don't even know what I was saying.
I don't know either. $5 super chat from Alter Clark 1. Do you and your partners get paper cuts from rolling around in all dim dollar bills? I mean, we used to, but the problem was we had to switch to coins to get rid of that. So we did it kind of ducktail style.
Oh, DuckTales style, right?
Yeah, no cuts that way.
Bum, 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 bum. Um,
Crappy
John,
apartments, little small things. LA sucks. That's
yeah,
really it.
LA still sucks, man. I was very bummed out because when I went to the so when I went to that Hollywood premiere
Oh,
for Masters of the Universe, John,
fancy boy, yes.
I really wanted to get some like good pizza in LA, and I found out that like all of the really I don't know how New York is, but like all of the really good pizza places are closed on a Monday. So I had to end up going to Pink's Hot Dog. I never went to Pink's Hot Dog. Pink's is an institution in LA. If you don't know, LA has a few of these like institution restaurants that have been there forever, like classics, and Pink's is one of them. You go to Pink's on the wall, is every celebrity in the world that ever existed ever. And so, like this is like some kind of like, I had a hot dogs and some fries. It was like average at best. I was like, I don't know if anybody's went to Pink's and had like the area's cool. Like it's a cool, fun bohemian kind of vibe. Not bohemian. It's like beachy type of vibe. It's very California, but like the hot dogs are pretty fucking average and they're very expensive. So, that was
Like,
I was
it only
disappointed.
exists now because it existed for so long.
Exactly. It's just
Yeah,
it's just a thing that exists. It's very touristy. In fact, the people in front of me were tourists and they bought a shirt. They're like,
right.
"Oh, well, a hot
That's
dog and a
why it
shirt."
exists. Yeah, exactly why it exists.
Yeah, it's that kind of fucking place. So yeah, don't
Stupid.
go to Pink's.
What a way to ruin your special Hollywood experience.
They did, yeah, exactly. And then but that movie, I know I'm not being paid by Mattel. I like how people also like, I've said this before. It's like they're like, "Hey, what is Mattel?" Mattel. I wish I was on Mattel's radar. I wish I was on their radar.
Right.
Just to do that. I got in because like I really think I just got in because I was a local that was part of that club Grayskull because I saw other people that were like the same. They're like, I don't know why I'm here. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
The sad part about this is that it's not like we don't know people that have a great connection with Mattel that
Right.
would be like, "Hey, this guy is a huge fan. You
Yeah.
should also
Yeah.
work with him." That just doesn't happen.
But it's funny you mention that, John, because there are people. So, okay, like, well, I don't want to out this person. There's a designer I know that works for Mattel that did not get in, and he's a designer at Mattel. And then there's like guys like David Igo that didn't get in. If you don't know,
Oh,
David
right.
Igo pretty much designed all of the Masters of the Universe for Tweeterhead. But even before that, when they were Sideshow, he's the designer of Monsters. We had him on the show. But what's crazy is like those designs that they have in the movie are ripping him off. Like like
Right.
I'm not saying anything like crazy controversial, but okay, they took a lot of inspiration from the designs that he was part of, and he was like, he hit me up on a comment, and he's like, I didn't even get in. I was like, what the fuck? That's really weird. So I don't know, like what the criteria was.
Yeah, that's weird. It is. It's
Yeah,
always disappointing when the heart of why some of these things exist just don't get accepted or invited.
I know. And then we got our baby boy right here, Jayski from Geeked Out Live. Here, part of the movie premiere was seeing that was my favorite part. Was so I met up. Jayski was there. Shizzy, little Toy Shiz. Toy Shiz is
I
that
know.
small,
That's
by
why
the
he's
way.
off
He's like
camera.
Abisai.
It's mostly because you can't.
Exactly.
You wouldn't see him if he was.
Yeah, he has a disease. He has one of those diseases where he was the normal size of a
Mhm.
human and he just shrinks and shrinks. It's kind of like Benjamin Button. Well, one day he'll just be a speck and disappear. But yeah, he's I saw him, and then Pixel Dan was there, and it was really fun hanging out with those guys. We after the movie, we kind of like were talking outside and this and that. It actually is legitimately a fun movie.
Yeah.
It's I'm sure it will be nitpicked to death. I'm positive, but it's a you can really tell that the director of the movie was very much a fan of like the property and like the silliness of like some of the characters and this and that. So if and you could bring your kids. So you guys want to bring your kids, fucking do it. Do
Yeah.
that
Bring your
shit.
kids. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Fun fact: you can actually see Toy Shiz in the selfie of Hatter, Pixel Dan. And can you? Let's expose him. You just exposed him, Jay. Yeah, now he's gonna get flooded. I love that. What's so funny is he doesn't want to take pictures, but he does host a Comic-Con panel every year. So if you really wanted to see his face, you can
Right.
you can do it. He's like Dr. Claw, like he's remember in Inspector Gadget, you never you never saw other than the toy, John. That's the only time where they actually revealed Dr. Claw's face in the Inspector
Yeah,
Gadget
thanks a
toy.
lot, toys. Ruining it again. Spoiler.
Yeah, stupid toys. Fuck you.
Speaking of toys, wow. Thumbnail. Am I right? What is up with Super 7? Why is this a thing that exists now? There's 150 bucks.
Dude.
I mean, the comments on Instagram are flooded with, I would have bought the bears and everything else. Do we really need another lino? Why another lino already? Like, the craziest part is that now this is a variant because the rope is genuinely sculpted onto this figure, despite what any other particular person wants to say.
Okay, let's read John. I'm going to read this because I've had people say no, it's not, and then some people say yes, it is. I'm keep that up. I'm going to bring up Lino on my phone, just so you can see the pictures and plus the description. So the description right here, so Lionel's good reason not to hunt the burbles from planet blah 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 to capture the fun and adventure season one. Bundle scale highly articulated. He's intricately sculpted and painted with a torso and arms bound by ropes. I
Yeah,
don't know what you're talking about. People that are saying that it's not the
it
case. It's
straight up
he
says
is
sculpted, and
yeah, he is
you can
sculpted
see,
with
yeah,
the
you
rope.
can straight up see, like, these ropes can detach. Yes, because we see that on the tree.
Yes,
But
yeah,
then everything else stays there. Plus, none of them like actually connect to themselves and like wrap around the body. Plus, the way it's curves on his back, like not realistic.
yeah.
That's
You
kind
can't
of
you
like
can't get you can't
that's
get
kind of a
that.
bad choice because now it's not realistic. But the way it
Yeah.
cuts around the shoulder here, it like
You don't think, John, when you're bound, that the rope conforms to your to your
right.
body?
But yeah, so like
um,
it's cut as it goes into the armor pieces and stuff. And then if you look at the different photos, like just the way it is on each joint, um, and none of that like they're not like one singular piece of rope. It's just purely
yeah, well, so it does say this. In addition to that, it's two things, guys, that are texting me. It's the sculpted one, but then it says two burbles come with this set along with a soft goods rope.
right.
So there is a soft
That's
good.
what
Maybe
those
that's
are.
the rope that they're
Yeah.
holding or whatever. But yeah, man, it's another variant, a lino that's just bound by ropes. And yeah, there's a lot of people that were like, why can't you just release burble? Like do a burble pack. And we know why, because they just want to like, hey, let's offload like
Yeah.
another lino or
So
whatever.
like
And
he still has all his areas of articulation, as we can see. But like why? Why exactly?
can he even get on his knees like
Well, yeah,
that?
he's
I
still
don't
sculpted. Like, he still has his knee joints and stuff, but, like,
no, no, no. But like I don't even think like my original where's that
that's a great
lino?
question. Where's anything you own?
Like I don't think that lino can just get on his knees that way. I don't know. I gotta find it. Um, yeah, it's just like, dude, if they released so John, I know you don't follow Thundercats that much, but the burbles are pretty fucking popular. I feel like if you release like a 4-pack of burbles or just different, like just a 2-pack, like they do really well. Um, I don't know, like just again, it's like the Super 7 has this thing where it's like they go 2 steps forward and then they have to do like, go backwards. It's like people will want these, but at 100 now you gotta pay $150 because you got to get the lino
Yeah.
in
Here's a
there.
couple things to consider. Somebody said, "So he comes with the claw that he can't wear." Right, because he's still the same rest of the body, so he's got that peg on his waist, but he also comes with the sword, and he only has fists. So,
Right,
keep that in
right.
mind. This
I would have loved if they did maybe like a different expression
do
too,
something to
because
make it,
if that's
yeah, like they could have just put a torso in. I don't know how easy Super 7 would be to break apart there, but you
right.
like instead of doing this, just have some ropes in there, maybe some kind of like pre-molded soft one that you can is somewhat pliable, you could just put on any character. And
Yeah,
then
yeah, like, it just comes out it, like, in a it's sculpted in a
yeah,
circle, like,
yeah.
kinda thing. Yeah.
And then just to have fun accessories like the food that's in this and the little flying things, like just have unique accessories that you would put on your other characters. Like you said, a unique expression for Lino that you could then put on another, like,
Yeah.
because you had to go through new tooling, new paint to get all this body stuff. That could have been more
Yeah.
useful product that people would
Yeah.
have been like, "Oh, I will buy this set because it has the burbles and it's got all these other things that I would like." But right now, it's just
Yeah.
even the people that wanna buy this, aside from Thundercats Universe or whatever that YouTube channel is that always has Brian Flynn on, like,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
they love whatever they put out, it doesn't matter. They were, like, the only comment on
Yeah,
that
I
thread
there will be,
that was so
exactly,
positive, and
there
it's like, okay, well, if we pull that kind of, I guess we could just say, like, lovers of anything from the brand, that's okay. Let's just take them out of the equation and look at the consumers, and then it's just all negative, and it's like, "I would have bought this. I would have bought 4 bears. I would have like, I'd love a bear pack." Like, "Why do we have another Lino?" So instead of getting this love and treatment that they're hoping for, they just got a bunch of flack.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, why do you wish that upon yourself? Why do you wanna bring that it's 'cause there are bears. So I don't know if so for instance, like, Rober, the
Yeah.
Belle, the Rober Belle, which is like the female bear with she's got like a flower in her hair. Like, that's one that you could maybe put in a pack with somebody
Right.
else. But, like, those are like the quote unquote soldier bears. Like, those are like that's like your average citizen bear. I don't think there's no name attributed. Those is like burbles. Those are just burbles. You could just do a pack of burbles. Just a pack, like army. John, they essentially did that with the reptiles. So Slythe has these reptile warriors, and they sold them solo, and I've seen people buy them, army build
Yeah.
them, and this and that. They're really cool. Like, so I was like, why couldn't you just do that with that? Why does it have to come with like this? In terms of like expression, I don't know if you feel this way or the chat feels this way, but like new heads are not that expensive to make. And it's like just having like a new head with maybe like a
Yeah.
like that would go a long way. Like that makes you feel good about a variant. Like the toy makers, people that make toys, and I'm talking about like, okay, you're Super7, independent toy makers, this and that, blah blah. Like you want to release a variant, that's very similar to like the character that was already there. You put a new head, that will go a long way. There's a lot of people that will be a lot more willing to get it because of
Yeah.
that.
We love expressions. There's only what, one version of Lino that had the gritting face? And that was the
Yeah, and that exactly, and but that was not even
right,
this version of
right.
Lino, that was, like, the
Yes.
older version of Lino. This is the more cartoon accurate version.
Yeah, yeah. So I guess there's two versions that have come with an alternate head, and they have gritting teeth, but they could easily, I mean, there are, yeah, it's an animation. You could do a yelling face, you could do anything, but
Yeah, expressions go toy companies, expressions go a long way. You wanna release a figure, you wanna make some money on the figure, I get it. The put another expression in there. Go back to the artist. Hey, I want like a gritting teeth. Hey, I want a scared. Hey, I want a whatever. You know what I mean? Like maybe some new hair. Maybe the hair is different. Lionel's a fun character.
mhm.
You could do a lot of shit with him.
Yeah.
But this is just like it's just so like I want those burbles, so you get those, but like I don't know. I feel like a 4 pack of bears or two, either a 2 pack or 4 pack or whatever. But it's like you got to get this dude and you got to have him in his ropes for this one specific part of the episode.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
look at all these extra hands. It's an uneven set of hands because this one, and this one are all the same. Wait, these 2 are
right,
the
right, right,
same,
right.
these 2 are the same, this one's unique. I guess they're showing
Yeah,
that, like, they have these kinda semi-grippy hands on by default or something, but It's not even like, you know, a good range, because even in this photo and this photo and this photo, they don't really have gripping hands for the stuff they have. Look at that.
Right. Right. Yeah, they have. Yeah,
You'll never get away from me
that's a good.
looping this
That's a good
around
catch.
my thumb.
Isn't that how you hold a rope? You hold it
Yeah,
like that
you
around
just
your
your grip
thumb?
gets so tired, you're like, "Ugh."
It's a shame because those burbles are very nice. I have the Robert bill that they
Yeah,
did. It's nice. It's a nice. They're the sculptors did a really good job on that
yeah,
thing. So, um,
yeah.
but yeah, it's just like these weird choices that they just insist on making.
$150. Who could say no, though?
What are you saying? You can say no,
Who could say
or
no to
who?
$150?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, to
Oh,
you, that's like nothing. But
yeah.
like to
Oh,
the
that's right,
average
hold on.
person that
What did it used to be like when I was I don't know, I've never been poor. Um, I yeah, it's just crazy to me. Again, I think just a pliable, soft, kinda plasticky rope that you could just put on any of your characters. It just makes it more fun, more universal, and you don't have to have, like, 2 linos now on your shelf, and you're gonna be like, "What am I gonna do with that?"
I know there's just so many Lion-Os. It's like I get it, you have them in the factory, but like, or you maybe produce. Well, no, they made a new
They made a new
torso
torso.
for that, John. Like, so that's not even like something that was sitting. It was just I don't know. Oh, I don't know,
Look,
John.
this
Help me.
guy, this talented man, this very talented man, he had to spend $2 for us to tell him happy birthday, but you know what?
Oh, he's Sebastian.
Yeah, crazy that this guy has this is the world we live in. Or maybe he's making so much money now because he's a big time sculptor doing
That's what it
the
is.
Goofy
That's what it
movie.
is. I heard that the Goofy movie, when he did that thing for Mondo, he quit his
Yeah.
job basically. He's just like, "Fuck you, boss." And, he's got that cha-ching. Well, happy birthday, buddy. Sebastian is a big Super7 fan, that I know. He's told me that. He got very angry when I said that this pack with the lino, I don't think is like a good idea. He was like, "Don't you dare say
Whoa.
that about Super7. Fuck you." He actually said that to me. He said, "Fuck
Well,
you." And so, but happy birthday, man.
happy birthday.
He's working on, so I want to work. I'm trying to get something with Sebastian in the Nefarity universe. Once I get past the hump of like whatever this next fucking thing is. So look for that as well, John, because I got an eye for the talented
Yeah, you do.
people.
Yeah.
I that's why I'm with you, Johnny.
Oh,
See how that works?
that's so
That's
sweet. Now,
I can be nice
one day
too.
I'll get some recognition for it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Toka that Razor jumping in. My cousin Toka that Razor jumps in with the rep hard for MHR. Thank you, buddy. And you got all these lovely people. Let me see if there's somebody who should be a member but wasn't. Oh, damn it! I really wanted to like guilt
Inhaled
somebody,
farts.
but Inhaled Fart. But Inhaled Farts is. I think he's on the newer side. You know what I mean? Inhaling all those
No, he's been
farts.
around for a minute.
Yeah. So, yeah,
We
okay,
gotta
that's
shit
all
on
right.
someone.
I'm
Just
not.
fucking go with it. God.
Yeah, let's just shit on inhaled farts. Inhaled farts. Why are you existing on the earth? Yeah, but thank you. Become a member for from the Mad Hatter channel. You get to see on the shelf reviews, although I couldn't put one up this week. But I will. I'll put 2 on the shelf reviews up next week. Okay. Oh, you know what? Maybe if you're a member, I'll review Laser Pants and I'll make that a member because he's going to be at that
Mhm.
convention. I'll go up and I'll just
Yeah,
review
because what is
him
he gonna
because
do? He has to
obviously
stay at the booth. It's gonna be perfect.
that's what I'm saying. He's going to be standing in the booth and I'll just do a review of him because I can't put that on the regular channel. Nobody's going to watch that. So, but on the members channel, we might get like 3 people that watch it. So look out for that. You know what I mean? I'll do it from a distance, and because I have a new phone and it's got a good zoom feature,
Ooh,
and
you did an upgrade?
I had to. My fucking phone just died out, so I got the
Oh,
17.
oh,
I thought I
no.
told you that. Yeah, it just
So when are you gonna start
luckily they
doing
were.
reviews with that one?
I already technically, well, the one that I
Oh.
took to the premiere was that
Oh, okay,
phone.
the premiere, but no reviews yet.
I
I
don't think
hope not,
so.
because I think I think we should see a visual difference.
Well, I wasn't on that old a phone. I was on the 14. Is there much more of a difference between the 14 and
I
the
mean, if
17 in terms
anything,
of
it's gonna
like?
be like the low light sensor and stuff, which should help get rid of like noise and things like that.
Okay.
I was meaning to say now this is just a conversation we would have off air. If you want to know, there is like a setting in the camera settings of settings. So go to settings and then go to the camera and you can flip a switch
Okay.
that says like to if you want the camera to stay locked when you're recording instead of switching all the time. You may have noticed this. Like sometimes you'll get close and then it'll switch cameras on you.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
make that not do that.
What is that one under? Is that under system settings? I'm
I
under
love that
system settings, and then it
we're
says,
going through this now. So go to settings
and
and
then,
then go to your camera.
well, I am, and then there's so under in the camera section, there's system settings, camera
Camera
control.
control.
Is that where I'm going?
Should be.
And then there's record video, record slow mo, record
No, maybe
cinematic.
not.
Like there's all
Camera
of the different stuff.
adjustments. This is good. This is a good experience, right?
Yeah, everybody in the chat loves that we're doing this too. This is good for our podcast. What is mirror front camera? What the fuck is
That
that?
would be like
Mirror
look at
front.
this screen now. Look at
Okay.
yourself. I mean, on here. This is mirrored. So it's just doing that. You know, like some
Oh,
people
it's
like to
just
have
okay.
their shit backwards for some reason.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, it's in there somewhere. I
Okay,
promise.
cool. I'll check it out, John. Yeah, I went there and I had to. Luckily, they were able to recover and just transfer all the shit that
Yeah,
was on my phone into
that's
the
good.
new
The
one. So
iCloud will do wonders.
yeah, nice. Some sweet. I love the iCloud, John. I love just putting all of my stuff on the cloud and it just exists. All the pictures of my daughter are very important, John. That's the thing
That
that I
is, yeah.
wanted. That
It
was the
sounded
thing
like
I
you
was
were
most upset
being
about.
facetious or something, but you were being genuine.
No.
They improved the front-facing camera, so I guess keep that in mind when you start recording new reviews and when you're using the front-facing camera first.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe it's
Okay.
too good now, and it's like, whoa,
It might be.
Hatter
It
just
might
went
be too
from
good.
like SD to HD, and we're not ready for that.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
see all new things
Oh,
in
pick
his
up.
face.
Toy Farce is saying this is the riveting content
Oh,
that
okay,
we're all here for.
all
That's
right.
great.
Well, they're
Um, oh, Pickle D is here, dude. Pickle D sent me some awesome shit. I'm going to be displaying some of it tomorrow. Actually, let me see what he's saying. What his comment is. Pickle D, Hatter, don't increase your quality. We love the shit.
Wow.
Views.
Wow, that's kind of like a what's his name? Jiminy Glick kind of statement.
John, I just was very complimentary
I
about
know.
him.
So I guess don't show off his stuff. Boom, got him.
Okay. And I really wanted to, but I guess he doesn't want that. Scotty Quippen is here, right here. What's going on, buddy? Follow the Blurred Alert because Sebastian is part of the Blurred Alert with Quip and a certain guy named Brandon Gash, who, if you don't know, he sculpted the Hound of Tarjay. So you got to fucking watch those guys. It's like watching my niece explain to her grandma how to use her new phone.
Oh no. Captivating.
John, moving forward, can you remind me before I compliment like people? Let me read their chat first, and that like just remind me of that because
Read and then put
this
it
is like
on
a
the
trend.
screen.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like let me read it before I put it
Yeah.
on the screen because I'm like, oh, here's
So
my buddy,
excited.
and then I put it on and it's
I
like
like
they're crapping on me,
watching.
you know?
Oh no. Bat Freak says the production value equals iPhone. Fuck yeah. And then NECA King says if you're not on an iPhone, you can't be trusted. Keep in mind, with the power of lighting, and a phone will do wonders because our boy, uh-oh.
What? Did you lose
No.
me?
I lost. This is just like last week. I was trying to say names and everything fell out of my head.
Oh.
Unparalleled Universe. He records with his phone because he was making a post on Instagram. He's like, "Oh, I just got a new phone or whatever. I'm excited to start recording with it." So yeah, just really good lighting. You can just use your phone. It's fine. Same. What's your
Yeah.
excuse to everyone else?
Yeah, exactly. If Wade is doing it, oh, Wade, unparalleled universe.
I know. I always just
I
assumed he
love
had a
it.
camera because of the lighting.
John, I like your I like your comment on his he had this knit thing on
Yeah.
there for MF Doom, and John said he looked like
I
Battle
said if he got a red one, it would
Cat.
work as Battle Cat, and I didn't realize it was going to come off as like a diss on the.
No, but it does the
Yeah,
bat.
it has the straight up
Sorry,
shape.
R.I.P. No disrespect to MF Doom, but that the new Battle Cat helmet does have
Yeah,
like
the
that
very
thing that comes
specific
down.
cut around the.
Yeah,
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 it's true
it's
though.
but yeah, you really insulted him. He actually DM'd me that he's
So the
pissed off at
difference
you,
between us is like you think that everyone dislikes you, so then you and I have to have a conversation about it, and I'm like, no, I think he just said a thing, and you talk to them, and they're like, what? No, it's fine. Where I never realize everyone does have a problem with me.
oh, you're on the
Yeah,
other
yeah,
side.
yeah.
Okay,
I'm like, no, man,
you don't really
they
have
don't
to.
dislike you, you know. And meanwhile, everybody hates me, and I just think they like me. Damn it.
John, you're beloved. What are you talking about? Quip says it's all love. We'll see about
Yeah.
that. VPG says he's co-signing. That was too far, Quip. Yeah, it's sometimes it's like sometimes when you're with your friends at a Denny's, and we're all talking, we're all laughing, and it's like, oh yeah, and this that, and then the other guy's like, yeah, this guy's a complete fucking loser, right? His wife cheated on him and divorced him, and his cat got run over. It's like, and you're like, whoa, like, but you don't want to be a jerk at the Denny's, so you're like, yeah, okay, but later you got to tell that friend like, dude, like, why'd you mention like that my wife cheated on, like, that was like, I was like, oh, I just thought we were just joking around. And it's like, oh, okay, I mean, that's how you joke around, like, that's
Gotta
okay,
reevaluate our
and
friendship here.
exactly, and then you just cut that friendship right off. That's what I do with Reese every few weeks. I break up our friendship, and then we reconcile. I go, hey man,
It's like
like,
Tenacious
we've
D.
been friends.
It's like
What happened?
Tenacious D.
What, just breaking up and coming
Yeah.
back together again?
Now we're
Yeah.
back together again.
Did you see Tenacious D? Did you see the Tenacious D movie in the
Not in
theaters?
theaters.
Or okay, so John, one of the best Comic Con experiences I ever had was they were doing in Hall H. This is when Hall H was not so fucking difficult to get
Yeah.
into. Like, and it may have now at this point gone back to not being that difficult. There's a time where it was like impossible. But this is when it was like you can still kind of get in just by waiting in a line. It's not too bad. And Tenacious D was there doing a panel for the Tenacious D movie, for the Pick of Destiny. And on the spot, they were like, hey, if you're all here, we're doing a free concert. And they just did a concert. Like, they did a full
Oh
concert
my
for
god.
everybody in a hall. It was the greatest. That was the best Hall H. I've done a lot of these Hall H things. It was the best Hall H
I
experience
am
ever.
jealous.
Yeah, that is one to be jealous
That'd
of,
be a great show.
for sure. That was
Did
a
he
lot of
break
fun.
out his little plastic saxophone?
Did he? I don't remember. No, they do a great show. If you ever, well, I don't know if they tour anymore. Brand and Gas right here, the Gas Stash Rash
Slash for cash.
slash You know what? It's too bad. If Brandon ever made like shitty sculpts, I can see people going, "This is a Brandon trash
Yeah.
sculpt," but he makes really good shit, so you can't really say that. But Brandon, I do have that one locked and
Ooh.
loaded. Once you start phoning in sculpts, it's gonna be like Brandon trash, right? Everyone, you know what I mean? And it's like Brandon, I'm sorry, I love you. $5 USD. Shout out to my amigo Sebastian Gomez on his birthday. I mean, Brandon, we already kind of shouted him. I mean, we moved past Sebastian, but let's read this anyway. Also, best of luck, Hatter, with this weekend. Looking forward to seeing what you got on display. Thank you, buddy. I do have a certain something from a Brandon Gash, but I am going to. I will have something on display, a prototype, a painted prototype on
Mm.
display for tomorrow. I also do have some other prototypish stuff, but I'm debating whether to save them for their own reveal. Like I don't want to like I want to pace this out because tomorrow there's also going to be another special announcement. But I do have something very exciting. VPG with the super chat 199. Happy birthday, Sebastian. And Sebastian, I don't know if you know, there is a new feature with super chats where if you do have a birthday, you can direct the super chat to the person himself. So that 199, look for that. That will be for
Well, that
you.
answers Scotty Quippin's question. Will Jin and Hatter forward this money? Well, keep in mind, I have received 0 of these dollars because they've all been on the Mad Hatter channel. So I can
Right.
faithfully say, yeah, all the money I've gotten today, I'll forward them on. You got it, buddy.
That's true. But like we did mention
Yep,
before, John is very wealthy and
something like that.
you know, I mean, InArt themselves pays John like 50K a
Dude, I
month
wish.
to,
In
you
art's one of
know,
those scenarios where it's like, it's probably going to be a Batman figure, so it's probably going to do well. It's going to be one of the best figures I've ever owned in my life. So I will accept the free thing like 8 months in advance, but there is no payment with them, unfortunately.
there's no
They
payments. Yeah.
sometimes have a commission thing with people that can order directly with them, and it's 2%, which is pathetic. So I've also never seen any of the stats. I have no idea if I had any orders. They've never shared any of that information with me. So I have not a clue if anybody that bought through InArt has ever given me 2% of that purchase. So they might just be like,
Right.
oh, nobody's ever bought. Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, that's they should be giving you some stuff.
Yeah,
And
the free.
because
Let's go on this again. Oh God, it's just something that pisses me off all the time. The free product is the most expected thing, and I try to tell this with other creators, like people that are just starting out or that are curious about like are there stores and things they can partner with, and I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Like if you're getting like even a little bit of views, you can probably partner with XYZ companies. The free products is just so like like everybody, a proper store would be like, yeah, of course you get the thing for free. What do you mean? It's whether you get paid after that that can be the question.
yeah, you're saying that like the product that they want you to promote should not be the payment of the,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
like you're creating an advert, especially your stuff where you spend days and days
yeah.
putting together a whole, like this is a lot different than like I wake up and I point the camera at something, but even that has some validity. So like because you're talking
Right.
about their
It's an
product. So yeah,
advertisement,
it's a
whether
thing.
it's intended that way or not. Whether you bought it from Walmart yourself and you just made a video because you like it, that's still an ad for them, whether you want to believe it
Right.
or not. I will also say that, um, oh shit, I already forgot. What were you saying? Who was it? Was it with me talking you with my words out of your mouth?
You were saying in art
Mm.
words, but you weren't talking about in art. You were talking about like the idea of like companies just going like, hey, if we give you a
Oh,
figure,
I
now
was
we
gonna say
expect
that, like, even like when I work with, unless somebody's just like, I just want to give you these things, that can be different. But like this tomorrow, there's a video for this. Jeff the Shark.
Oh, Sharky
But
Shark
this is a
Boy?
custom made, custom
Right, right.
printed, like, painted everything, and I paid for it. Even though I had a full conversation, I didn't just, like, go buy it and then just make a review about it. I had a
Right,
full
you know the artist.
conversation. I'm gonna, like, review this thing and blah, 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 and it's like, I still paid for it. So, you know, and I like paying small creators for their stuff. I don't always well, I never expect free things from small creators. Sometimes people are just like, "No, it's I understand the results that will come from me giving you this thing." That potentially, anyway,
Right.
right? But when a business is like, "Here's a $60 figure that probably costs us like $30 to buy or less or something."
Oh, not
Right.
even.
Well, thinking of like a store, not the
Right.
creator of the product. So like a store is maybe buying
Right,
it
okay,
from the
okay,
brand
sure,
that
right,
made it.
right.
Well, I'm just giving them a little leeway that maybe they spend 30, sell it for 60, and it's like, just give me the thing for free because I'm going to sell
Yeah.
a bunch of them for you.
I agree 100%. Although I disagree about I like to go to small because I also I spotlight like a lot of small creators on the channel, but I like to sort of squeeze them for everything they have. Like I like to, they come up to me, they're like, "Hey Hatter, can you talk about our thing? You give us the Hatter bump." I'm like, I can, but I have here's a list of things that I require, and a lot of times they'll look at it and be like, I don't even know if we can
Right.
profit if we give you all these things, and I'm like, well, I guess you know, you don't want to make money. I guess you don't want your kids to eat, and that's fine too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's not going to affect me. And a lot of times they do give in, and they'll break because of everything they have to give me. Their business will end up breaking even. But I actually think it's worth it because they'll get name recognition, and the next
Yeah.
time I
Dude,
think they'll
yes. This
make
is
money.
like
You know what I
graphic
mean?
designers and artists, you know, it's like, I'm going to give you some more recognition, exposure. You know what I mean? That's
Right?
why you do
Exactly.
the thing for free that I can't do.
Exactly. That's my first thing when an art like when like and I even do this with artists that are like professional.
Yeah.
Like when I went to Brandon, I was like, "Hey Brandon, can we do the Hound?" And Brandon's like, "Yeah, let's fucking do it, this and that, blah blah." And he's like, "Okay." And he talked about his fee. I'm like, "Fee? Hold on, no, no. I don't think you're understanding. I want you to do the Hound, but like, and then and then I try, and then he told me, what did he say when I asked him to do the Hound for free? He said, "Oh yeah," he said, "Fuck off." That's what he said. But then I realized, like, oh, I can't do this with
Then you said,
professionals.
wow,
So
more
now,
like Brandon Rash.
yeah, I know. I was like, fuck off. Like, and then I had to like beg him to come back. But so what I like to do then, I go, you know what? He's actually an artist that's a working artist. So what I try to do is I find artists that are really great, but they're maybe not at the working level. And then that's what I do with
Yeah.
them. I go, hey, I'll give you exposure, all this work for free. And it's worked out pretty well for me.
Yeah, there was I don't remember who the artist was, but you had like I mean, you had pushed him for like 8, 9 months or something, just like reworking,
Right.
and it was like, "Dude, I don't even know if I can afford internet next month to send you the files for the products that we're designing."
Yep.
And you're like, "I don't care." They were on the verge of collapse,
Right.
and after like 9 or 10 months or whatever total, it was all done, said and done. The name got out there. People knew who he was. And then he basically was where he started before he worked with you.
Right. Well, there's no guarantee. That's why. That's
Right.
why.
But you get to go, hey, aren't you in a better position than you were last month? And he's like, well, yeah, I
Right.
mean, technically. And you're like, oh.
Exactly. So there's no guarantees in life, guys. So like, I think if you find a new artist, always offer them exposure.
Yeah.
Um,
And
and
ask for the logo to be bigger.
yeah, that's. By the way, somebody will watch this on the rewatch and be like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Yeah.
Like,
This
like.
part gets clipped out.
Oh yeah, 100%. Somebody will watch this, and but John, my acting is just that good. Let's trash around my plastic had a super chat. Oh, the super chat one. Oh yeah, the story is 1,000%. I mean, he's. I mean, I think he said fuck off. I think I had it. He might have said go fuck yourself, but it was something like in that vein. But see, I learned the lesson. I said, oh, you gotta. I guess you gotta pay professionals. But that's why I look for like guys that are good that are not professional because that's it's always about you got to take advantage of artists to
Yeah.
really like
Oh, dude,
maximize the
yeah,
business.
you gotta get the up and coming guys that nobody's heard of yet. The ones who are fresh out of how
Oh,
much
that's the
student
best.
loan debt do you have? Well, I got a job for you, buddy. I don't need
That's the
your
fucking best.
experience first.
I love experience. I love just offering experience. Trash Rhymer Passive with the super chat. Five us. There's more than 35 people in here. Come on, get with the likes. Support the channel. Ooh, I like a chat like that where it's just about let's get this going. We got 160 people here. Trash Around My Plastic, thank you for the $5. Trash Around My Plastic has a lot of, I don't know if you know, John, he has a lot of like Hollywood stories of like he's just one of these guys. He was in like Batman and Robin or one of the Batman. He's got a lot of these crazy stories.
It's crazy, man. Small world,
Fucking crazy, dude. Dust Tape says, I had it like Stanley. Oh man. What's Stan Lee? Let me. So I hear different things about Stan Lee because you have like, not the Bill Finger, and I forgot the guy who says he created Batman. What's his name again? John
Bruce Wayne,
No, creator Batman. The
Joker.
one that fucked over Bill Finger. It's probably better that I'm not remembering his name, but that was the whole thing with Batman. I don't know if did you ever see that documentary?
No.
Bob Kane.
Oh.
Where it's like Bob Kane created Batman, but like Bill Finger is the dude that like all of the cool shit attributed to Batman, apparently like the car, like the Joker, like the like all of the fun shit. And this guy died broke. Okay, he basically like Bob Kane did the I'll give you experience. He did, he did the whole experience thing, and I know that people sort of attribute that to Stan Lee. I just don't think it's. I think there's a middle ground. Okay, because Stan Lee, I've read Stan Lee's stuff that he directly wrote. He was a great writer. He really was a great writer. I think but you can also be a great writer and still maybe take advantage of people that come through. Like I don't know how much like Steve Ditko also contributed very heavily to Spider-Man. But that's one of those where I'm wondering how true it is. Do you know what I mean? Like
And
I don't
I
know
always
enough
wonder
about
with
it.
like the comic world. It's like, okay, this is my brand and I'm going to hire you to come in and do stuff. It's like you worked at Disney, anything you created, Disney owns. It's not yours anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, does it fall into that same kind of category? But because we know who these people are and it's a smaller thing that we feel that, I mean, any of this could be legit. Like he could just be a real shithead. I don't know, but I'm just curious.
I think I don't know, man. It's a strange, it really is a strange model to be part. That's why, by the way, like with comics, like I think you don't get a lot of great shit with the big boys because imagine like you're a writer for hire, okay, and you're working at Marvel, and they want you to create the next, the next Venom or the next whatever. What is
Yeah,
it? What is the upside for you to do that instead of doing it on your own? Because then they just own your shit. It's
yeah,
like it's like
exactly.
okay,
Well, now
I can't
people know your
control it.
name, or they leave your name off of the cover when you write gargoyles or
Or they
storyboard it or
leave,
whatever.
or they
Yeah.
John. Wow, I'm so happy you brought that up. They did. Just so you know, everybody's been very concerned. Gargoyles did a giant re-release, a omnibus of all their comics, and they did credit me correctly this time. Okay, so I am in there. Okay, it only took 20 years. I'm back, baby. All right,
Now's your time to
I'm just
shine.
waiting.
They're like, "Oh my god, all this Flip War stuff that's coming out. We gotta get this guy's name on there and know that this will be worth more." 'Cause
Well,
it's
John, that's why I bought a new phone because when that Gargoyles comic came out and I wasn't getting flooded with phone calls to work, I was like, something's got to be wrong with my phone.
right.
So that's why I got the new one. So I still didn't get those calls yet, but now I'm concerned that maybe while they were moving the data over from one phone to another, that's when I was getting all of
That's
the
exactly
calls to
right.
work.
And after you got that new phone and you got everything set up and you're like, "All right, thanks, Apple, Mr. Appleman," and then you left the store and then you went, "Huh, new phone. Who dis?" And then it cut to credit. Cut to credits.
Man, I love that. I love how that's a very cinematic way you just ended that whole arc, John.
Yeah. And then after like a little bit of a blank screen, we get the text that pops up that says that you went on to do this thing and you got credited and your
Right.
whole life was changed or whatever.
Yes. And then I died in
We
a
just ran out of
horrible.
budget to film it, so we put it in text.
Right. Yeah. It does that thing. It's like freeze frame, and it's like Near went on to this and that. He's like, and unfortunately, he died in a horrible like I don't know, sewage explosion. But that's a story for another day. And
Classic
it just
sewage explosion.
yeah. Brian Brink, master of charts, the master of
It's
charts, right here with
amazing how
super.
masterful he is. What a smart brain to do code like that.
I know.
To do code in a way that the big companies like Hasbro have to look at your charts. I don't understand how. Like, I would love to just pick his brain one day and be like, "Can you just explain how you're getting the data that they don't have?"
I mean, you talk to him. Brian is very accessible.
Mathematical.
The Flipboard documentary is going to be wild. I wonder who will claim they really creative. Ooh, that's going to be a good one, man.
Mhm.
John,
Gonna be
who else?
some rando in the chat of that original drawing.
It will be. Yeah. What makes me afraid sometimes with Flipboard is I get dude, once a week at least, I'll get somebody, hey, here's a character, hey, here's a thing, here's a this and that, blah blah. And sometimes the problem is like I have a notebook, like John kind of knows this already, but like I have notebooks of drawings and
Mhm.
pages of notes of like, here's an idea, here's an idea. John and I even have like a shared thing where it's like ideas. So unfortunately, what will happen is it will spill over. Like somebody will, of course, pitch something that is already there.
This is why
Eh,
you can't tell producers and things or directors or writers, you can't give them anything because they're gonna be like, "No, no, no,
but
no,
that's
no."
what I'm saying. Be careful because what can happen. But I don't do that. Like I'm just saying, it's a practice that like if you go and you go, hey, I have an idea for something. That's why they call it unsolicited material because
Yeah.
like that's why those provisos, and that's why when I was starting out as a writer, it was so hard to break in because you send stuff to production companies and usually they'll say no, they don't want to even read it because of the idea that this might be something that they could have in the pipeline. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
You never know.
Unknown
Like
to your stuff, this could be a written thing, and if you have given it to us at some point, it could be claimed that we took your idea even though it was made independently of your idea,
right, exactly.
and now we're sued.
But yeah, it's like Impossible saying don't use people. Yes, it could be a legal mess, but the problem is like if you have uns so like and again, I'm saying this as a writer. I've experienced this. This is why you don't you it's if you pitch an idea, you have to accept that if I'm pitching an idea to somebody and it is unsolicited, meaning they did not ask for it, there's nothing I can do. I have no recourse if they use that idea because I'll never know if they had that idea.
Right.
And sometimes, like they'll say, sometimes some of the ideas are like stuff that you would have done anyway.
Yes.
And what ends up happening, John, mark my words, mark this. What is going to happen when at some point something will come out or a comic will come out or something, and there will be somebody that might cry foul and be like, "Oh, I sent him a DM about that idea." Be very very careful because if you never know what somebody else is working on. This is how it is.
Yeah.
And by the way, I don't do this, but some people will legit take your idea. Like some people will legitimately, you'll be like, oh, I have an idea for this, and they'll be like, oh cool, I didn't ask for this, I'll take this idea now
Mhm.
and prove that I didn't.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, because this the world is built on that.
The world is built out. We did miss. Speaking of ideas, I take all of this guy's ideas, but I tell him I take all of his ideas. We got Abasai Forge. You know why I take his ideas? Because he's so tiny. He's like that small. What is he gonna do?
Yeah.
What is somebody that fucking tiny gonna do to me?
Just
You
like
know?
toy shiz. It's weird. They have the same micro disease.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's a different disease. Toy Shiz is used to be a grown man and is getting smaller and smaller until he evaporates. Abasai always stays that size.
That's right. That's a good point. I
Yeah,
forgot. Abasai is just a little gnome.
exactly. But yes, he is. By the way, Abasai is much like John, who doesn't like to admit this and he never puts it on his resume. Part of the Flipboard team. He is part of
Oh.
the Flipboard family.
Yeah,
And
if there's anybody that could go after you for ideas, it's me.
yeah. Oh, John has a legal case for sure. He has the proof. He has the receipts. He can really ruin
I
people.
want to see us at like 80 years old, and that's the problem. It's like we're in court all the time because I'm going after you for legal
Oh my
issues.
god, dude, that would be fucking fun. Like legal battles between us.
Yeah.
Somebody
What
put the
started as an online friendly feud ends in a death at the courthouse steps.
but thank you for the five. I am working on something. I'm working on a few things with Abasai. And I was gonna pitch the rails but he sold out of the rails. Abasai also has a store. He made the NECA rails, which have sold out, and look at his store for other fun shit. And I'm gonna be bringing his vendor cart tomorrow and putting it on
Ooh,
display with all the other things. What a
that's
treat
exciting.
for him
What a
that I'm
perfect
bringing
time
that.
to launch it back on his store.
Oh, Abasai, I'm just saying, people
People are
might
gonna
want that
go,
vendor cart.
how do I
I'm
get
trying.
that?
Pickle D is in the same situation. I'm having a Pickle D thing I'm bringing, but Pickle D owns. He's like you. He's wealthy, so he doesn't want to get into
I
selling
know
his
he
stuff.
doesn't. He's a special boy that wants to do it for fun, which I understand. And
Yeah.
if it becomes a business, it becomes not fun anymore.
Yes, exactly.
But the day that he opens that shit up, oh my god, I get people all the time because I use this stuff in like almost every video now, especially if it has like a theme that needs
Oh yeah,
barrels and stuff.
yeah,
And people are constantly asking about it. So I'm like, well,
yeah,
I'll send you to his Instagram, but good luck. This guy
yeah.
hates you.
Exactly. He's not making your shit. Yeah, a lot of Bill Finger comments. Toy Farce is the Bill Finger of Flipboard. Let's get a documentary going. Oh man, I'm gonna die broke, aren't I? Yes, Toy Farce, you will die broke. Super Joe. So trademark and copyright everything first, then pitch it. But see, that doesn't even work.
No.
That doesn't even because like okay, let's say right now, let's say I have a character. Let's call him Nostalgia. Okay, I
Uh-oh.
have Nostalgia, but I never told anybody about it. Okay, but in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna make Nostalgia, and let's say Joe, okay, my buddy Joey Chalom right here, he created a Nostalgia, and he trademarks it, and he copyrights it, and then he pitches it to me. Who's to say that I didn't have Nostalgia already? Even if you copywritten it, like it's so that's the issue. So if you are a writer, what I
Yeah.
recommend is just go out with your own thing. Like just like if you have, there's a difference between, because when I was starting out as a writer, my whole thing was like I didn't care about the stuff that was being created. I just wanted to create a good enough sample so
Right.
someone can hire me. I was desperate to be hired. I still am because I'm a freelance writer. I don't make my money. I have a day job that's not writing, and then but because people do ask me this a lot, like just in terms of stuff that's written. My whole thing trying to get in was writing samples, sending it to people, and just hoping like, do you like this enough to give me some work? Because like I'm good. Can you, but and less about like these are my created. I didn't give a
Right.
shit about that.
Especially back like years ago when it was like, like if you wanted to be a thing, you had to just like constantly go after it, send music samples, send writing samples, send acting stuff like videos and all this stuff, and like physical tapes, mail your tape in to whatever and try to get something. But like now, that's kind of like good luck.
Yeah.
because to get famous, it's like well, kind of always you need to know somebody, but you have a better chance of just creating the thing and putting it out there on the internet now.
Dude, thank you for saying that. That's actually a great point. If you like put your shit on the internet. Like I know there's this thing about like, oh, but what if somebody takes my thing? But a lot of times like people won't really bother to do it. Like if you have the ability to write something or draw something or this and that, because the internet is time stamped, you know what I mean? Like, yes, somebody can still take the thing or this and that, but a lot of times like I've experienced this with like newer writers as well. They'll be like, "Hey, I want to send you a script, but you gotta sign an NDA." I'm not gonna sign an NDA, and most companies will not sign an NDA. Like they just don't want to get into like a legal, so they'll just be like, "Don't send the script."
Right.
But the internet is like a thing. I mean, you can put your stuff out there, and for the most part, like it,
Yeah,
it's
constant.
like kind of a timestamp.
There's constantly people that now have a thing happening because they put it out. I mean, just look at the
Yeah.
back rooms kid. He was like a
Dude, the
teenager
back
when he
rooms,
did that.
exactly. Like he could have made that and maybe taken back rooms around internally. I don't think it would have done as well for him
No.
because putting it on the internet kind of gave it like legitimacy, gave it like a pop, you
Yeah,
know?
people would just be like, when it comes down to, I mean, you never know. Sometimes shit just clicks and people make something. But the odds of like going through the corporate version of all these people that like, well, we have to give you money to make this, and we don't really see how this could make us money back unless it's like A24 or something. So he puts it out there on his own, mostly just because like the rest of us that are putting things out there, like we just want to create something and put it out there.
Yeah.
And he did that and it became such a buzz. Like people were really into it. And somebody went, wait, like people actually want this kind of thing. Maybe there is an opportunity to back a project like this, where otherwise it could have just been like on paper, like, no, who would want this?
Yeah, exactly. And guess what you also do, bonus points when you do that? You skip past a bunch of asshole PD gatekeeper jerk offs that would go, no, no, I did this and that. Because what you do, because you went straight to the people which co-signed you and said, we really love this. Now you've skipped the line of like that initial blockade of loser asshole production executive assistant jerk off that goes, I don't know about movies like that, or scripts like that, and you go right to the top pretty much. If they like it, obviously, these are success stories. There's a lot that don't
Right.
work, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you skip past that shit and you go right to people, and then So I mean, take it. I don't know. Take advantage of the fact that you can do that. You couldn't do that pre 2000, 5 or whatever. So now you got it. Gum It Up Makers hit $10,000. If you guys can please take a look, this Gum It Up Kickstarter. I'm
Hmm.
trying to see if I can share
Of course
because
you
my
can.
shit is. You got it, John? Or
No, you
okay,
can do it. I believe in
okay.
you.
Hold
'Cause
on,
we have
one
the
second.
full same potential.
One second. I love when John.
Gets
I can
mad.
always tell that John gets prickly when I ask him to share. So I always like to allude, like, John, can you share this? But I'm gonna share it because fuck John. Am I right? Verify my account. I don't want to verify. Hold on.
Jesus Christ.
I gotta verify my account just to go to a Kickstarter. I'm good. I'm logging out. Dude, just put gum it up,
This
maker.
is more riveting than where's your
Yeah.
phone setting.
All right. Hold on. I need my glasses. John, I do have some glasses, by the way. Because I'm nearsighted now. I
Oh,
have some
I get it.
glasses right
Nearsighted.
here. All right.
You've been nearsighted your whole life.
All right, here we go. Let's give these guys some flowers.
Stealing my
We'll
whole
talk
fucking
about
look, though. So I don't really
what
like
happened.
that. You're stealing my whole fucking look.
I am. This is my new
I
thing.
don't These aren't even for
Um,
prescription. They're just for looks.
no. All right, so we're gonna share these guys. I'll be talking about these guys some more, by the way. But this is a new Kickstarter from these people right here, the Gum It Up Makers. All right, I'm gonna take these off. It's bothering me now. Wave one collectible action figures. I really love the spirit of this. This made me feel like Smurfs back in the day, and kind of like in that vein. But yes, Wave One collectible action figures. These are some fun folks, and they're very, very nice. I think they will be at the convention tomorrow. Strange and colorful universe mysterious, known as Power Pop the Sword. They have a whole lore thing that you can talk about, but like, let's talk about some figures. This is kind of they remind me of fuck, John. What's the
I know they remind me of so much stuff, and I can't place it.
Yeah, this is like
That's why it's working probably so well.
Yeah, it's like a husband and wife team, but their stuff is really good. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can see like a lot of like the cut up and this and that. But like this is just like a fun original property that exists outside of all the stuff, and I really love this. Gum It Up makers. I actually was talking to Sebastian about this. I think maybe this should get bumped up in the rotation because like these are like really like I love these expressions and all this, but yeah, and they have prototypes of this, and this is one that I feel like should succeed. You know what I mean? There's a lot of Kickstarters that I look at and I don't agree. Trust me, I don't do this with every Kickstarter. There's ones like one ended last week or 2 weeks ago. I had no interest in it, and
Ooh,
again, this is just my own personal interest. What happened?
Threw them under the bus.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But I just wasn't. I just said sorry. I said that to say that may have come off mean. I said that to say I was not personally interested in it, so I can't really promote something that I'm just not interested
right.
in.
It's hard to like be authentic otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, it's like nothing against them, and they did get a lot of people pledging, so there are people that liked it. It just was not my bag. This is more my bag. It's got like a nice animated style. It's these two characters, and yeah, they're fun, man. So Gum It Up makers are the makers. Of
That would be a great. Why does that look so weird? It would be a great.
How did I do that?
It would be a great animation. Like that art style works so well, and you just want to see what their adventure is together.
Yes, I exactly, and I believe that I believe this is these fine folks are from the animated world. Yeah, Danny Arriaga and Esther Arriaga are the people with more than 20 years of experience in feature animation. Yeah, he's I have sympathy, or not sympathy. I feel for guys like this because I was also in animation, and in animation, nobody gives a fuck about your original ideas. So like, support an original thing. It's not, the ask is not crazy. These are fun. These will go. What happened?
I didn't know you were still sharing.
Am I not sharing?
No, I mean, we hit it because it went full yellow. I thought you were done, but
oh no, I'm just anyway, I really like this, and I think this will go with a lot of stuff, and I want this to succeed. So Gum It Up makers. Let me see if I can put the Kickstarter in the thing right here.
We need some voices for these guys. Pop that shit back up.
What happened?
Pop that back up, boy. Let's look at those. Let's their thing. You were just looking at it.
Kickstarter. It shut down. What Hold on a second.
It's like he's already forgot.
Hold on.
What do you mean?
Hold on. Let me get my glasses.
Are you talking about my phone?
Huh?
God, your brain.
Get my glasses.
Right,
John. See, this is the problem with you. This is the problem with you having me control it, because then you have all kinds of demands. Here it is, right here.
The simple demand of share it again. I just wanted for us to like to look at these faces and come up with some characters here, some voices.
Look at these faces and come up with some characters.
Voices.
Oh, voices. Oh, voices for these guys. Sorry, John, there's a huge delay. I put the Kickstarter on the, on the link.
It's all in here.
All right, John, pitch your voice for one of these characters.
Well, there's an obvious choice for the big guy, right? Where he's a little deeper. He's a little deeper. It'd be fun if it's got a little bit of a lisp.
I
Hey,
like that
let's,
boy.
let's let's go and find some new treasures today. Oh,
Hey, this is
golly.
entertaining.
Yeah. Oh, golly. We found so many treasures yesterday. I'm really excited for what we'll find today.
Are they looking for treasure?
I don't know. Why not?
Okay, am I doing the little guy, or are you also
Well,
doing the little guy?
what you come up with the little guy voice? What do you got?
The little. Let me take a look at him. Hold on, I have to dive into my character. So
Yeah.
let me, John. I'm not just like you. Like I actually try to, as an actor, I try to research everything. So let me dive into little guy here. Let's get their names right. Let's give them some respect here. Early Bird Munchie. So Munchie and Boobaloo. I like the
Boobaloo.
name. So Boobaloo and then Munchie right here. So you did Boobaloo, and I am going to do. I'm
Mhm.
hold on. Okay, I'm gonna do Munchie. Let me channel him. So Munchie's kind of a. He looks like he's kind of like a jerk. You know what I mean? So here's my Munchie voice. You're so you set me up, John. Like give
Hey,
me some.
Archie, what do we got planned for today?
We're gonna find some fucking treasure.
Oh gosh, someone woke up a little crabby today.
Yeah, I did. So the fuck what?
Oh no, he's using the naughty words. Put your coin in the jar, right, Munchie? The curse jar.
Dude, you
Just
know what?
put
You're
it.
a fucking prick.
Oh
Fuck you.
no. Oh gosh. Oh no.
I think we both did great, man.
Yeah, equally fantastic.
I think we both doing great. I think we should get hired for the voices of these guys. We
Yeah.
got them in the chat right here. I think that's a
35
sold right
bucks
there.
is such an affordable price, by the way. That
Yeah, these are
that's
very
the
affordable.
kind of shit that shocks me when I'm like looking like people pay $55 for Flipboard. Came with, granted, a ton of stuff, but it's a Kickstarter. So I'm like, well, $55 feels fine because this is a really small run. It's a big deal. Cost is super high to tool and all that stuff. And then these are $35 figures. I can't wrap my head around how they're getting made
Yeah,
for that.
yeah.
So
So
but they are.
let's get this going. Let's stop fucking around. Let's support a Kickstarter and do something nice for some people. Super chat $5 USD. John, I felt really good by the way about our performance. Like I felt like we were both bringing
Yeah,
something unique to the
agreed.
table.
Both of us.
Um,
Yeah.
I tried to go very subtle. I
Yeah.
somebody said like in the chat that it sounded like me.
Yeah,
They're
but
not
it's
really
like
listening.
if you really heard it, yeah, if you really listened, and it's only because you can see your face. If they didn't see you, they'd just be lost in the character.
That's what I'm saying. Like I was doing a few subtle it's like touches of like when somebody when one of those chefs eats something and he's like it's got touch, it's got notes. That's what it is. It's
Yeah, yeah.
notes of cinnamon. I was it wasn't exactly me, so I kind of got insulted by I think Dust Tape said that it sounded too much like me. Trash Ryan Passive with the super chat 5 USD. Serious question. What happened to that figure? The Flipboard. What happened to that figure? The Flipboard sidekick that actually says Johnny Nostalgia. Oh wait, are we talking about John? What are we talking about here?
I don't know. I mean,
Are we talking about the one that was
there's
in the
that
PSA?
I was gonna say there's an animation thing, but
Yeah, there's the animation, but that's not the real Johnny Nostalgia. Johnny Nostalgia, his like that might be a clone, but I actually have my own plan
yeah.
for a villain
Which is
that
kind of funny because there are a lot of nostalgia unboxed clones. We talk about this all the
yeah,
time,
this is true.
especially in thumbnail.
This is true. John, I want to say this I'll speak for John because he won't. I think he's too nice to say this, and I know people are like John is too nice. That doesn't make sense. But I will say, if you are starting a channel, maybe don't just take like John's thumbnails and be like, those are now my thumbnails. Like, come up with your own. You should you should come up with your own thumbnails.
Yeah.
It's I don't watch a lot of toy reviews other than like John and maybe John, but I understand that you like, maybe you're inspired by John's channel, this and that, but like, don't just make the same thumbnail, because that's just, it's you can make a different thumbnail. You can do something else. You have the ability to take photos. You obviously have the ability to make videos. Be a little original. I understand you want to get a channel started. It's good to be inspired by things. There's a difference between being inspired by things and, you know, just straight out cribbing the thing and stealing it. So yeah.
Brandon Gash for the $5 says, please support Gum It Up makers. We had them on Blurred Alert last night and they totally rock. Figures and their artwork look amazing. Support it.
Support it, yeah.
As you should.
And now, I mean, it's pretty much assured that John and I are doing the voices for their characters. So you're also kind of supporting us, because I mean, nobody's
confirmed right here.
Yeah, nobody's going to do. Yeah, there you go. No one will do those voices better than John. I like this idea about, like, I'm not saying it's with the Gum It Up, but like this cinematic idea about, like, we are both voice actors that go into something, and I think I'm also really good on the level, and like every time they're like, hey, we want to meet with you, so like, let's say the producers come to you and they're like, can we talk maybe next week? And then I show up and, yeah, we'll, like, I put my arm around you, I'll be like, yeah, let's talk, man. I think, and you're like, yeah, no, I think they like you're trying to be nice, and you're like, I think they're gonna separately talk to us. Like they'll talk to me.
Hey, you know what? We just want to talk to you guys one at a time. So could you do it? You just wait in the lobby real quick, and then we'll come out and get you.
How about that? And then I'm like, all right, John, let's wait in the lobby. I guess they wanna, you know, and I kind of like grab your shirt, like, let's go to the lobby now. And you're like, yeah.
I love it.
We got another super chat right here. Gum It Up, definitely giving my pet monster. Yeah, there is some of that. There is, but not like in a rip-off way. There's a lot of inspiration.
Well, that's what I was saying. There's like they remind me of so many different things, and I think that's why it works. But yeah, colors, teeth sticking out. I can see that.
Yeah, and the reason why I like it is like it's different. It's like if you're starting a Kickstarter, here's what you need, okay? And don't compare it to Flipboard, because like I will say, and also don't compare it to Cryptoids, because, and again, it's nothing. It's no offense to Flipboard or Cryptoids, but it's a little bit of a cheat because we have an audience, okay? It just is, you know what I mean? Like I love those.
I mean, if I tried to just release my print work or these backboards like, without an audience, I wouldn't have sold anything.
That's what I'm saying. So then in lieu of that, and again, I'm not. This is not to mean that Flipboard or Cryptoids or anybody that is a channel starting a thing is not doing a lot of work, because those guys busted their ass. But it is a cheat. You do get a little bit of a bump. But if you're kind of coming out of like with nothing, meaning like not nothing, I'm not, but like, you know, the public collective might not know who you are. You do have to come out with something that A, is very, very well done, and B, stands out in the market. The Kickstarter that I kind of, and there's a bunch of Kickstarters that I don't really support, and I don't love their stuff because I feel like it's not standing out in the market. You need to, you know, you need to have those things like, you know, does this stand out and is this executed really well? Which those are. Super chat, $10 USD. Gum It Up, definitely giving my pet monster vibes for sure. Hey, by the way, did you guys see the scary? I did see this. The Scary Movie 6 popcorn bucket yet? I'm betting they're going to sell in 5 cents. Did you see it, John?
So much cat hair. I'm going to look it up right now.
Yeah, it's
the bong. That's right.
The bong, dude. That is a great. It's a bong. If I don't know if you're putting it up, but like, if for people who don't know, that's their popcorn bucket. Is this a bong, which is pretty brilliant. I can't believe somebody has not done that. But that's a brilliant, and it will sell out very, very fast. By the way, if anybody knows, I am desperately trying to get the Masters of the Universe drink sword.
Oh,
by the time I found out it was on Cinemark, it was sold out. That's the only.
Oh, really? It's already sold out on their app or whatever. Like the
Who's
online
that?
version?
On the Cinemark app?
Yeah.
Cinemark sold out.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, they sold out fast.
I got the email for it, clicked on it, and was like, "Oh, Cinemark's gonna have that one," and then I closed it and never looked at it again.
No, yeah, it was sold out. Home
Oop.
Arcade, well, you know what? I'm not gonna tell tales out of school, okay? Home Arcade, I'm not gonna blow up your business, but he got one through nefarious means, put it
Whoa,
that way, John.
damn.
But I want one. But I still wanna pay, like, I don't wanna
Hey,
pay
you know how you're
eBay.
talking about action figures on, like, movie theater should sell action figures? It's gotta be the Hot Toys is on the Cinemark shop. So it's like online, $330, you can get a 1/6 scale. That's weird. But it's online. Yeah, it's Hot Toys.
Wait, a 1/6 scale what?
So Mondo, Jesus Christ. Hot Toys Mandalorian is on
Oh, Mandalorian.
Cinemark's merch stores. You
Okay.
can technically buy action figures through a movie theater, but I doubt there's any physical ones that you'd ever be able to get.
Did you hear Dole's idea, which I'm claiming is my own?
I did watch where you guys were all talking together about stuff.
So
Um,
his idea, which I again am claiming is my own, because people will forget that it's his idea. But he said that they should sell action figures in the theater. Like wouldn't it be cool to like walk out of like a movie and then like all the well, they kind of do this in the Alamo, like Alamo theaters. They have Super 7 figures, but they're not directly connected to the movies that
right.
they're in. So, but like it'd be really cool. You walk out of Mandalorian, let's say, and there's like Mandalorian merch. Maybe you're excited and you buy the merch right there. Like, why don't they do that?
I like this. Just sounds great. It's like a medieval way of telling someone to fuck off.
Suck on a sword, John. You do that better than I do.
Well,
Um,
thank you.
um,
Trash around my past with $10 says there was a figure on Facebook, I guess, that someone made that looks like it could be a sidekick for Flipboard, but it looks so much like Johnny. He even commented on the post that I tagged him to.
oh,
Oh,
really?
yeah. Somebody made like a mock up of the illustrated version of that character, and it's on your group. You,
Oh, they
you,
made a
and as
oh,
good as
I
your
forgot.
memory is, you probably have commented on it too.
Okay, okay. Yes, yeah, I do. Sorry. I think that was the same guy that made the flying shopping cart. I think he had like
Right.
a mock-up version
That's right.
of
Yeah.
you. So well, your clone in
That's
Nefarity.
my clone. That's
Yeah.
correct.
Um
Which could be anybody.
it could be anybody. And Robot Reviews, what did you guys both think of the Motu movie, yay or nay? Well, thank you, Robot Reviews, for the super chat. John, please tell us first what you thought of the Motu
All right.
movie.
Spoiler
Well,
free experience.
spoiler free.
You get there, you get there. You're watching the movie, it starts. Earth is barely in it. It's like minutes, just fraction of like 10 minutes or something like that. So for those that are worried about that, it is very short lived. Then you're in Eternia, and the stuff that happens is honestly a little campy, but in the good way. It's exactly what you would want out of a Motu movie. Sure, there will be people that will have problems with it. The story isn't perfect, but it works. It's enough. And if you're worried about him being He-Man, like, oh, it only happens at the end. No, he gets into it pretty quick. So he kind of has that grasp of that character. And then there's a lot of just things introduced throughout the film, as you would expect, like nods and Easter eggs and things like that. Jared Leto was hands down the most unexpected great experience of a character because he nailed the role. But you're so afraid of what Jared. I guess he just needs to be in these like really weird, over the top, creepy things where you don't see his face, and then it's
All
good.
right.
So,
John, it's almost like you saw the movie too. Let's
yeah, I did.
right. Sorry, you did. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. Somebody's gonna be pissed off and be like, "This guy spoiled guy who's getting pissed off." Guy, I'm talking to this guy in the comment there. Stop right near your comment. Okay, hold on. Stop it. All right. Your mom is in the other room. She's asking for some Pepto Bismol. Get her the Pepto. Okay, come back right before you write your angry comment. That was not a spoiler. John did not see the movie.
That's correct.
Fucking relax. Okay. All right. And by the way, if you do write this comment, I am going to timestamp this point where I'm talking to you. So just there was one guy that I had to block who was like really angry about this movie that is not out yet. Because he wrote again, he's spam. That's really the only thing that gets you blocked, really, on my channel. Is if you just spam, because like I get the alerts, and you cannot bother Hatter Nation. I'm very protective of my fan base. Hatter Nation, aka the Hatterites, aka the Sweetie Pies. You don't go to the Hatter Nation and start attacking them. That's not I will execute you. And that's my way of executing you, is I give you the banhammer because I love my people. And what did I think? I really thought it was fun. I actually saw the movie, and I won't spoil it like John, because he's a prick. But I thought it was a very fun, very appropriate Masters of the Universe experience. If you like Motu, you will enjoy. You will enjoy this movie. My question is, this is a good one. Which one is better, 87 or 26? Is the question. Okay, let me say this. People are gonna get pissed off.
How do you compare something with that big of a time gap, too?
That's what I'm saying. It's like 87 almost has like this now nostalgic thing here.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's Dolph Lundgren, it's this and that. It's like, it's like very difficult. I don't want to be wishy-washy about it.
Tell me, He-Man, is being a hero the same lonely as being a villain or some shit? What does he say?
yeah. What is monologuing?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it was great. I will say that I think that here's what I think. I think that narratively, how about this? I'll tell you as a writer. I think that narratively, the new He-Man is a better story because, and I'm not spoiling it. There's more of a story. It's more of an arc. Like he starts from a very specific place. He ends in a very specific in another place that is the opposite of that. I'm not saying it's a perfect story. There are things that I'm just like were weird choices, but as a story, I feel it's a better written story. That being said, I will always have nostalgic love for the original.
Once the movie comes out for streaming or whatever, I'm sure someone will time this up. I'm curious if the amount of time on Earth in the new movie is the same amount of time on Eternia in the original movie.
Ooh,
because the first movie, when the old one, you're like, oh man, like this desert wasteland, the castle is so cool, and then we're not there anymore. It's never there anymore.
Right.
Where the new one, it's almost like it took that exact plot and then just flipped it.
Yes. Yeah. Great. That's a great. That would be a fun way to compare it. Dust Types, was the pacing good for a 2-hour movie? Here's what I will say. It's the beginning is not a slog. It starts off the first part of the movie starts off pretty intense, like most movies do, like where it's just grab the audience before credits kind of thing, and then it does drag. Like the first half is not as good as the second half, but the third act is like pretty, like you're on the edge of your seat. The third act is like all right, go. And there I did have a kind of like there is a legitimate audience pop moment, and I say legitimate. It's because it's not like a fanboy moment. Like, oh, if you're a fan, you'll love this. It's just a legitimate. There's a guy in the movie, and you really want to see him get his comeuppance, and it might not be who you think I'm talking about. And when he does, you're like, fuck you. You know what I mean? You're like it's got one of those, like I said it in my thing. I was like, when that happened, I was like that. And again, this is not a spoiler alert. It's not a spoiler, but He-Man, Man-at-Arms, and Skeletor are the best characters in the movie, and they're also played well. That's unfair to the actors. Like the other ones just are not written as in depth. But so everybody is good in the movie. But those are the three characters that I personally was like, these are my favorite ones in the movie. Whereas He-Man, Man-at-Arms, and and Skeletor. So that's it. I don't want to say too much because I feel like I'll accidentally
Yeah,
spoil
yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah. Keep it light. Would Manny Faces, could he become Manny Voices? That's
John, that could be a character for you. That could be
what I'm
a
saying.
John. You should cosplay as Manny Voices. John, I think you're onto something.
It comes
Think about
from
Manny Voices.
Quip had mentioned something about my character having voices or something. As it should be voice related abilities. And then I was just since then I've been thinking, well, who's a character that makes sense?
No, let's
Manny Voices.
we should explore Manny Voices. I feel like that's
Which
your
I like. I am still on board on the. I'm still in the whatever blank that the my like who the character is that's based on me or my or something has not existed yet. Like Manny
right,
Voices can
right, right,
be
right.
fun and be a character, but that's still not like what is
Yeah,
my version of
that's
Flip
not
or
you. That's
yeah,
not you personified and yes,
yeah.
but let's think about that. Fluffy Pro, and then we're gonna do an F yourself real quick because I gotta go soon. Super chat 9.99. I saw Mandalorian. Is that anything like Mandalorian? I saw Mandalorian yesterday, and they are starting to sell non-food container merch. Ooh, I saw keychains and Grogu rubber ducky. They should
Whoa.
do figures eventually. Well, thank you, Fluffy Pro, for the super chat. Yeah, I think that is a good way. I mean that's a good idea. Yeah, start selling merch for movies that you walk out, you see like a shirt. There's so much space in movie theaters. Like movie theaters
Yeah.
are known for just having just like
Massive
giant
lobby.
space, massive real estate in there. So start selling some shit.
Yeah, our theater went from like having this gigantic, huge open lobby to now having this like what they call like a C stand. So you have to like
Right,
wiggle your way through. So everybody gets funneled through one line instead of spreading out for popcorn in the circular counter. Now you
right.
funnel through, and then they have like a checkout 3 is ready, and then you split off from there. But that's where all the like popcorn buckets are, the
Oh,
candy,
okay.
all that
Yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Is your theater it's not like an AMC, like what's like
Cinemark.
your oh, so it's Cinemark, okay. Ultra Clock with $2 USD. How is Marina Baccarin? Okay, I got to say this, John, before we
Say it.
just before we go to. So I when I was so one of the things about being in the worst seat ever in life ever is because I was all the way at the bottom left.
Yeah.
I could see when the actors were coming out because the whole cast came out minus Jared Leto. Well, not the whole cast, but like the primary people were there, and I could see them, and they were like, I mean, they're like 5 feet away. Okay, Marina Baccarin, who plays the sorceress, was there in the movie. She's great, but she doesn't, to be honest, have that much to do. Like
Right.
she like her role is not that big. But up close, I saw her up close. She's a perfect human. She's like a perfect person. And I will say this too, Alison Brie, and I told this John, I was like, Alison Brie is like 43 or something like that. She is a perfect person. Like there are some actors that are so good looking that like you realize like, oh, that's you had no choice but to like be a model or an actress or and Alison Brie is definitely one of again, I'm not I'm just saying, I just seeing her up close, I was like, she's like a perfect looking human being. So and Idris Elba is big. He's a how some people like they look big in movies and you're like
Yeah.
you see them and you're like, what the fuck is this wimp? Like he's like a big dude.
Well, good to know.
But
Also, a perfect
yes,
specimen is what you're saying.
yes, and he's great, dude. Idris Elba is a great fucking actor, man. He's like one of those guys that everything I see him in, there's just something about that guy. He's just like a very, very charismatic. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. All right, it's time to F your shelf. So let's find out which name we already F'd that somehow makes its way back on this list. Ooh, Dino Boys. Is that like a hip hop group of two guys?
I think
like
so. I'm expecting
Island
dinosaurs.
Boys or whatever it's called. Island Boys? Is that what they are?
Lonely Island?
No, there's like the Island Boys or something where there's just like two guys covered in tats, like head to toe, their faces. Scrawny
Motherfuck
little
that.
dudes, scrawny little white boys or something. All right, here we go. Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh boy. We've seen this shelf. This isn't the same person, but we've seen this shelf because they were scaled differently. Is this? Hold on. What's happening?
Uh,
So,
I was
this
joking.
is
I was
basically the same shelf that we saw last week.
it is, it is. By the way, I was joking about Dino Boy should have dinos, but he has lots of dinos.
He does.
John, is this like a kid that
This has
submitted?
to be a kid.
Is this a like I don't wanna make a child cry. Like, is this a
I
all
know.
right, well, here's my first guess.
I'm trying to find the shelf from last week just to
Yeah.
find out.
John, how would we do an F yourself if we were talking to a child? Like, how do we tear this down, but it's a child? Because we have to. So, but maybe we can find a way. You're an actor. You're clever. Can we find a way to tear this down? This is
Oh,
an
man.
exercise for us. Can we find a way to tear this down? But this child, let's say that he's 12 years old and he's watching this.
Okay.
How do we F his shelf, but he's 12 years old?
Oh God. That's a good question, man. Uh,
And Dino Boys, I will say this: you better be a kid. Like you, you better be 12 years old. Okay,
yeah.
because
Um,
yeah,
you know what? Dinosaurs are very fun. I always loved dinosaurs, like my entire life. Honestly, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with them. And as the time has gone on, we've found new evidence that teaches us that, like, oh, this dinosaur is like this, and these had feathers, and
mhm,
some stuff that we didn't know before. And it's
yes,
always fun to constantly learn new things. And one of the things that we know now, thankfully, is that like a Brontosaurus, Brachiosaurus, or something of this nature, would scale X number larger than something like this, which
uh,
I believe is more of like a Jurassic Park style velociraptor, which
right,
again, Velociraptor was kind of not what they put in the movies. They were covered in feathers. They were actually a lot smaller than they were in the movie,
right, right.
in real life. So when we learn that stuff, we can kind of reassess and revisit some things that we've experienced in our lives, like this. And this would be a perfect opportunity for us to put that new knowledge into play.
Yes,
Um,
yes,
Also, dinosaurs, I just want to be honest with you, they can't climb ladders. I know it seems
right.
logical, but ladders weren't around when they were around.
Right. Historically, dinosaurs did not climb ladders. There were really no ladders in the time of dinosaurs. I can see why you might think that because ladders are very old, and you might go dinosaurs are old, so you put those together. But those two timelines never really connected. By the time dinosaurs were dead for millions of years, then ladders were
Do you want to
brought.
come and at the shelf?
What happened?
Okay, she's bored and she's just like sitting at the doorway, and
She could be part of
I
the
just keep
F.
hearing the
Yeah,
door go.
this is a couple's F yourself.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
So we're approaching this with the idea that this is very possible. This could belong to a 12-year-old boy. The idea is F your shelf.
oh, yeah.
So how would you F the shelf if this was a 12-year-old boy? Which is the why I said things the way I said things. So if you would like
right,
to, feel
right.
free.
I can't. That's too mean.
I asked you. This is the point of this, though. People
Well,
submitted and they click the
let's let our
checkbox.
guest. We have a guest. Let's let our guest opine about. Yes, that's the premise. So please, by all means.
I can't. I have a little boy. Well, he's not little anymore, but
Yeah. So talk to him like he's
Yeah,
today.
talk to him like you're trying to improve his shelf because this shelf will get him bullied.
Yeah.
If
Which is
other
why I
kids
was like,
see this,
it's about learning, and now that we know these things, we can.
right, right.
So
You,
maybe
that's the
use like a
assignment.
meteor or something to hit it.
Wow.
Wow, she went for the jugular. She went. I don't know how to do it. I don't know. Hit it with a meteor, so it's all gone.
She just said she was just crueler than you and I could ever be by saying that she wants it because a meteor. I don't know if the chat knows. A meteor not only would destroy the shelf, but it would destroy the neighborhood, the entire neighborhood he lives in. So you're basically saying not only should this shelf not exist, but your whole neighborhood should be rubble. Is what you're saying?
Right. Yeah. Or this shelf is so bad that like we have to go extinct.
Right, right. It has yes. So I mean that was pretty extreme. I will say that. But I do like the spirit of that. My critique is you are dino boys. You are a boy that likes dinos, but there is a shark there, which technically the shark is an ancient creature. It could be. Well, John, is a megalodon like does a megalodon count in the dino era?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sharks
but
and crocodiles were old as fuck, so they could have all
John, old as F, please.
Someone's saying
old as F.
Yeah.
This.
Well, that's not true.
Wait, what happened?
Oh, this is oh god, Mother Slug just outed himself as a flat earther. Damn it.
No, the megalodon. I have seen megalodon bones in LA on the beach. So
the jaws. We know the jaws there.
Yeah, I saw a megalodon bone wash up on the Santa Monica.
Yeah,
beach.
plus Jason Statham has had to fight them twice.
Exactly. So Mother Slug, you know what you're talking about. But yes, that shark. I feel like all I'm saying is your classmates will bully you if they're seeing this as a dinosaur shelf and you have that shark there. And I want you to avoid a beating. So that's all I'm saying. Also, dinosaurs is purple, little guy. I don't really think they were purple. Is any animal purple? Like, is there any like? There's no animal with credibility that's purple. So you might get rid of that one at the top as well. But you did good, buddy. I think for your first shelf, I'd give it let's do grade school grades. I'd give it a C-.
Oof.
Just turned into F your house, F your neighborhood. Oh man, that was Mrs. Nostalgia. That was one of the cruelest. I gotta commend you. That was probably one of the cruelest criticisms, but it was great. Like it was because it was scientific that a meteor should, because that would probably kill his whole family. You know what I mean? Like you're talking about like the death of a lot of people just because of a shelf. So, but I do applaud that.
Thank you.
All right, that's F yourself. We got to wrap it up, sexy people. That's all. John, any last words in life before a meteor hits you?
Man, no. It was a good life. We had a good run on this planet. This is the end of it for all of us, of mankind, and we're going out not the way that we thought we'd go out.
Yeah. John, you know how we should end it? Because the Gum It Up makers are here, and we want people to support that Kickstarter. Let's end it doing the voices, like how we did it before. Like let's do like a little scene.
Pull it back up.
Oh God, hold on. Let's pull it back up so you're looking, because John is right. You should be looking at the characters, like while we do this, because you want to. Our voices are so good. You want to be looking at
just Google it. You want to just Google Gum It Up makers, and then there's plenty of them side by side.
I am hold on, John.
The backer,
but I gotta share. Remember how the sharing works. Whoa, why is it hiding that? That's weird. Okay, let's go. Let's pull it up. Let's where's the two shot of them? Let's see. Here's a two.
It works.
Okay. And we'll go out. Hold on. Let me get into my character 1 second. Because for me, it takes a little more work to get, because my character is so specific. All right. I think I got him. So, all right, John, how do we end this stream? Let's go. You want to start?